Hi everyone, this is your announcement for Philosophy 101. It is April 1st, and it's really April 1st, okay, no joke there. And we are back from spring break. So I hope you got a chance to rest a little and get recharged so that you're ready to move forward towards the end of the semester. We have about 6 weeks to go now until we finish our semester together. So this week is a good week. First of all, I will be grading your Module 3.2 discussion, your assignment where you put together an interpretation of Darwin's theory or a piece of Darwin's theory. So I'm looking forward to working on those. And also thanks for those of you who commented on the little post that I made last week while I was out and about. See, I didn't forget about you, okay? So I'm always thinking about philosophy and you, my philosophy students. Okay, so anyway, I'll be working on that. This week you will be working on a new module. We are now in Module 4. And Module 4 is about justice, which that's a subject that just never goes out of style. I mean, it's something that is always um, debated and considered, and especially now, there's so much to think about. So anyway, we will be looking at this issue of justice through a couple of different texts. We're going to take 2 weeks, okay, on this module because there's just a lot. I've put a lot in this because there are two major materials that we have. The first one is by Plato. We're going back to Plato, and it's an excerpt from his book, The Republic. Okay, so in the reading there, in the module, there's a link to the summary and analysis of the Republic, Book 1. So it's not the actual text of the book, it's just a summary of Book 1. If you'd like to read some of Book 1, I think that's a good thing, but that will be the text that we're looking at. And also the second major piece of material that we're working on is a film. Okay, so the film is titled At the River I Stand, and so it documents the a historic event that happened in 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. It was a strike by the garbage collectors who worked for the city of Memphis. And so this film, although it's a film about an historic event, addresses justice, and you'll see how when you watch the film. But before you watch the film, you have to do the other work in the module. Okay, so I'm just looking at the module overview, and I will put a link to that under this announcement. I have two video lectures, short video lectures, okay, that you need to watch. Okay, that's going to give you the framework for this module, so it's very important that you watch my video lectures. Okay, don't skip that. And then read that piece from the Republic, or the summary of Book 1 from the Republic. And then there's another piece on nonviolent resistance that is very important for you to read because we're going to look at justice through the lens of the civil rights movement, okay, in the United States in the 1960s. So it's going to be important for you to understand what is nonviolent resistance. So I have a very short piece for you to read, and then there's a little self-check quiz on that piece on nonviolent resistance. And then finally, you can watch the film At the River I Stand. Okay, now I have a link to it. It's from California Newsreel. You do have to rent it. Okay, it's $2.99. Now I know that students have found this film on other places which do not charge. If you can do that, fine. I have no objection. If you want to save the $3, that's okay. But this film is about an hour long. Okay, so if what you're watching is less than an hour long, you don't have the entire film. Okay, so just make sure you're able to see the entire film. Okay, so that's what we're doing for this week. As far as the work that you do, there is a discussion and a journal. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm just hoarse today. Both discussion and journal are due on April 14th. Okay, so you have 2 weeks to complete all of this work. Like I said, there's a lot to go through. So don't just jump into the discussion and try to do it without doing the other work, because it's not going to make sense. All right. So and I think you'll find this really interesting. I do. I think this documentary is really really interesting. And so I hope you find it interesting as well. Okay. All right. So I guess I will wrap it up. That's what we're doing for this week. If you have any comments, let me know. One thing, when I grade your work, I write comments in the rubric. I know I've said this before, but just a reminder. I write comments in the rubric, and I write comments, general comments on the assignment. Please look at those. They are intended to help you improve. And I know we're in the middle of the semester, but there's always room for improvement. So please look at those comments that I write to you, and let me know, and we can talk about it. Okay, thank you for your hard work thus far. I'm looking forward to the rest of the semester with you. Have a good week.